Hello, Jayborino here. Welcome back. It's Command & Conquer Generals. Continuing the Chinese campaign. Mission 5, it looks like. Let's go.
Comrade General, a major GLA cell has taken hold on Balaki and driven the citizens from the city. Our American friends have agreed to help us in our quest to rid the world of the GLA, destroy the city, and crush the GLA like insects.
I saw the fabled Overlord tank get highlighted there. People have told me that those are really fun to use.
American bomber, we have you on radar. Proceed to target. China Command out.
Roger, China Command. This is Bravo 1-9er Heavy. Attack vector plotted and laid in. Target on radar. China Command, permission to proceed with attack run.
American bomber, proceed to target. China Command out.
Roger, China Command. Bravo 1-9er beginning our run. Cover your ears, boys. It's gonna get loud down there. China Command, Bravo 1-9er. Mission accomplished. Catch you on the flip side.
Cool. Okay. American air support.
We have plenty
Check
of
with the
seats.
airfield. The US has granted us use of their heavy bombers. Use them to drive the GLA from their hiding spots before you send in your troops. General, the GLA is entrenched in this city. It's up to us to rout them out. Destroy all their bases.
It's time we corrected our mistake. Kill them all.
But our mistake. I mean, we've been killing them all, dude. It's nice that we've got just 2 of these things that are loaded up with units. Oh, they're trying to like skirt by my defenses. I guess let's move our units up there. So I was clicking around because I still don't really recognize all the buildings, and we didn't even start with a barracks. I think we definitely want these hackers to ensure that our income later on gets to a self-sufficient point, so we need a propaganda center.
General, there are additional supplies to the north.
That's nice. Which requires a war factory, which we also did not start with. So let's see if we can cram it in down here. War factory. War factory. There you are. Meanwhile, we could spend some money and get some MiGs out. And then we'll hotkey them separately. That's one thing I've sort of learned I want to do. And we can maybe use these things to go and scout, because otherwise I don't really see a purpose to them. Maybe what I'll do is build another bunker up here. And also we want lots of tank hunters, because we want to load up our bunkers with tank hunters. So I guess let's get a bunker here. There's 1 MiG. There's 2 MiGs. Again, I'm hotkeying these separately so I can send them out to attack enemy armor if they're out just like sitting somewhere. I guess let's use this carpet bomb. I'm going to hotkey my airfield separately. And I can see some enemies, so let's just like do this.
General, there are important civilian buildings to the southwest that we should capture.
Let's just watch this. So it looks like this could be destroyed on its way.
Unit lost.
Did not quite get rid of that. I guess what we can do is send out some units. So like, let's send out the Red Guard that we have that's just sitting around to clean this up. And we have some flame tanks, so we can use them to clear out the garrisons. So why don't we just send this here? Meanwhile, load on in. You back up. To like very specifically load these guys in. It must be, I understand it's probably weird for you guys because you can't see my mouse cursor. I've tried a couple different things and can't figure out what to do about that. No. Attack the Stinger site. My flame tank can get rid of the garrison buildings. Yeah, just like that. So if there are Stinger sites everywhere, I don't know how effective the...
Be on the lookout for hidden explosives. General, if we can destroy one of those GLA camps, the main base should be easier to deal with.
Okay. Still want to load up the rest of these. I need a propaganda center, because I got to get those hackers out. So let's do that. I also probably could use a second supply truck, so let's queue it up. It's relatively cheap. And then extra money that we get, we will make hackers with. Okay, all of my guys are hotkeyed now. Yeah, these guys, they just keep trying to run by. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess I want to push towards these buildings so that we can get extra income and then also the oil refinery, which makes my vehicles cheaper, I think. So they said, watch out for hidden explosives. I guess that just means every so often we're going to get blown up by stuff. I don't really know. Oh, look out. Get out of there. Can we garrison this to get repaired? Those are, I think those are pricey to, yeah, 1,000. That's pretty significant.
Our base is being attacked.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. You know, this is exactly, I think, what we want to use our MiGs for.
General, there are 4 targets remaining. Carpet bombers are ready to deploy, General.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually proud of myself. I think this is exactly what the MiGs are meant to be used for. We have carpet bombing up again. Why don't we use it up here? I don't see any stinger sites. I never spent my leader points or general points or whatever they are. Obviously, artillery. We have 2 more points. Let's get the mines because I don't care about veterancy. I don't care about emergency repair, and I don't care about the cash hack. And I don't know what this other one is. Nuke cannon. Lob small tactical nukes great distances. Yeah, sure. Requires a propaganda center. There it is, nuke cannon. And here's our overlord tanks. Last thing is let's go ahead and start queuing up a bunch of hackers. Like as many as possible, because we need these for our future income.
Let's build.
Okay, good. You've been repaired, so why don't you move on up here? You gotta be on the lookout for those little rocket buggies. Those are the only things that seem like they would do a lot of damage to us, so let's just ensure. I'm just sending MiGs out to hit these garrison buildings. Probably need the black napalm to be especially effective. Okay, cool. And then once they rearm, I'll go and destroy the GLA hole. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, let's just wait for money, wait for some hackers, get our income set up, and then we can make Black Lotus. That's nice. We can use her to take those buildings in the bottom left once we clear it out. So, I guess we can use this thing. We can use these things to go and scout. Like, just gotta look. And every time carpet bomb is up, we'll use it, even though we can't really use it effectively.
Let's build.
Okay. Load on up. More stinger sites. This is garrisoned. Don't let them rebuild this. I should have sent these out earlier. We'll send all of our MiGs to do it. And we can see this. Yeah, see, there's stinger sites. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. Like, the carpet bombing is not going to be effective because of that. There's one down here. We need to make tanks to move out and take those out, and then we can carpet bomb. So I'm not really sure if that mechanic is supposed to... I don't know. I don't understand. Like, oh, use the carpet bombers, but we're going to make it extremely tedious to use them. Have fun. Anyway, I don't know how long it takes for one hacker to pay for themselves, but we'll just get a bunch of them so that eventually we'll have that self-sufficient income and we don't have to rely on these supplies that'll run out. We could come up here and take these. Where was it? Here. Carpet bombing is up. I think what I can do is artillery strike to get... Oh, there's 2. Well, I'm going to carpet bomb here anyway. And even to get shot down, if we could take out this cluster with just air power, that would be really good. Meanwhile, keep hacking into the mainframe. There we go, and... Hang on, I just want to watch this happen.
Unit lost.
Ooh.
General, there are 3 targets remaining.
That was very effective. Okay, even though it got shot down. I noticed that our propaganda center, it provides a better horde bonus. That's pretty cool. We'll get that later. I don't think we need it right now. Overlord tanks, what can you do? Let's make at least one. Can't really afford much else right now.
There's always a way in.
And we're very, very close to being out of power, so we need to probably make another nuclear plant. So let's do that.
That's a good choice.
I noticed these stationary things on the minimap, so... I heard I was getting attacked, and I heard them stationary on the minimap. Let's draw them out into my...
Unit lost.
My bunker with tank hunters. Meanwhile, my MiGs will get rid of those little buggies. Wow, this certainly looks awesome. Could build a bunker on it. Oh, that's cool. Gatling cannon. So we can put our 2 defensive structures on the tank, which are very strong, and build a propaganda. I don't know what the propaganda tower does. Maybe it gives just a passive buff. So let's go ahead and and do that. It doesn't describe what it does, so I have no idea.
Supply tower is ready.
Okay, well,
Overlord is waiting.
let's move out with this and see what we can find. I want to move towards the bottom left,
No system.
because what we can do is grab Black Lotus and then have her start moving. Let's also upgrade chain guns. And then let's use our MiGs to just keep hitting this little radio tower thing.
Unit
Oh!
Extra.
So how are we supposed to... What are we supposed to do about that? Do we have things that can detect units? Did this work? Or are you just flying around? You're not going to do anything, huh? Okay. Well, again, let's just see how well this thing can do against, like, a Stinger site. If we can use this to move out and attack Stinger sites, we're in good shape.
carpet bombers are ready to deploy, General.
It's not taking that much damage. That's not bad. I guess we can put these guys inside one of the civilian buildings.
We will station there.
Nice. Okay, and this kind of opens the door for our carpet bombing to come into play. So let's
Unit
let's
lost.
like do this. I think I just need more Overlord. I mean, they're very, very strong and pretty darn good. So let's set these guys up.
There's always a way in.
I think this is a good example of a situation where
Extra.
I think, and like, I'm not really sure if I have a handle on the way the game works properly or not. Like, there's a lot going on here that just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to me, and I don't know if it's because I don't understand the game or because it's designed in a really weird way. Also, this thing isn't veterans. It doesn't have veterancy, but it's repairing. It's possibly the propaganda tower. Oh god. Oh jeez, run. I would like a Gatling tank. Oh god. No, no.
Unit lost.
Damn it. Okay, well, that's why we need these. We need some with Gatling guns, I suppose. Okay, so, oh, this is cool. So as these guys gain veterancy just for hacking, and then it increases the amount that they give you. That's actually really nice. Meanwhile, this continues to get rebuilt. That's cool. So, I guess we could just send our MiGs out. Oh, I lost a bunch of MiGs. That's right, and they're expensive to replace. So. So it's kind of tedious, also because we don't really understand what causes the enemy to, or like how to see those how to see those stupid little what am I thinking? The barrels that blow up. I mean, we were warned against them, but still, that's pretty rough.
Speaker tower is ready.
Okay, great. So let's re-hotkey the fighters. It was kind of cool we could get rid of this up here, for example, but we have to continue to go for these towers. I think what we do, we use
General, our base is under attack.
use this, get some aircraft out to destroy these. And is there another one over here? No, but they keep rebuilding this. Nice, okay, then we got rid of that site.
Carpet bombers.
I don't know if I have the patience to keep loading up battle bunkers. I think Gatling tanks are good enough. And then Overlord tanks, carpet bombing is ready. So why don't we just finish up this area because I'm tired of it getting rebuilt.
They're attacking our base.
I think setting this up was probably the smartest thing I could have done, only because they keep trying to run by. Like, imagine if they got in the base, they could kill all my hackers. It's all my income. That'd be crazy. Meanwhile, yeah, it's mostly just waiting for money. I guess let's get a nuke cannon and see what it can do. It's pretty pricey, but... Okay, we have 4 Overlord tanks. I don't know if I assume the propaganda doesn't stack, but it seems like what it does is it allows you to repair in combat, which is really cool. I want to keep moving down in this direction, clear this area out, and then we can send Black Lotus down to take these buildings, because we are still struggling a little bit with income. I could also get more hackers.
We defend China's airspace. Standing by.
Okay, and then last MiG, let's get you hotkeyed.
I will crush.
We will be generous.
Okay,
We must be.
how do you work? I don't want to not look at these guys. See, he just has an attack move and a guard. There's no, like, siege command.
Where shall we prepare?
What if we just say, like, guard right here, and let's see what it does.
To battle!
Extra large.
Yeah, it seems like these are perfectly fine to just push in by themselves. It's very, very, very strong. Here come some other tanks. We can see how we do, and I suspect just fine. They're very slow and unwieldy. You can see even that, like, the turrets, they're very, very slow. Come on.
This is the Overlord tank.
This is really fun, but again, I'd kind of stress it's tedious. See, we can see this, and we can see these. My only suspicion is that it's the propaganda tower. Otherwise, or maybe it's just the Overlord tanks. Maybe just the Overlord tanks themselves can see them. I don't know. Let's get Black Lotus out. And now we got some cash, so let's go ahead and queue these up. See, now this thing is deployed. Can we attack these buildings with it? What if we like, move it a little closer? Let's see how this works.
Carpet bombers are ready to deploy, General.
That's pretty cool. Next is maybe we carpet bomb this area. We can also mine in random places. I understand that there's stinger sites, but like, what else are we gonna do? Let's keep rolling in this direction. And just clear out this and make sure there's nothing else here. See if there's other barrels or not.
General, there are 3 targets remaining. Unit lost.
Yeah, so it's getting hit, but as long as the bombs land, I don't care. No! I don't know how much damage these would realistically do to Overlord tanks, but I assume it's a lot. Because, like, what else does the GLA realistically have to counter it? Not much. Okay, and then, did I ever get Black Napalm? I did. Let's just go ahead. Let's get a second propaganda tower just in case we need the extra detection, if that's what helps us detect. I think I'm doing as good as I can. I mean, for having virtually no knowledge on this map, and it's not like the game really prepares you with any knowledge. Like I had mentioned, like I'm not really sure. Again, if the mechanics just aren't really that well implemented, or I misunderstand, I think it's a little of both. I truly think it's a little bit of both. Let's go ahead and send Black Lotus down. She can take these buildings. Doesn't seem like there are any of those demo barrels in the way anymore. And the carpet bombing is cool, but entirely unnecessary, because you have to move out with units anyway to destroy stinger sites. And the Overlord tanks are good enough that you don't really have to worry about garrison troops. You don't really have to worry about stinger sites. I guess they do allow us to... I guess the carpet bombing allows us to avoid the barrels, which is probably some of the hardest stuff to deal with, I suppose. Let's get rid of this. And then I have more Overlord tanks we'll move out with here soon enough. And we could also... I mean, I could get that nationalism bonus, now that we can definitely afford it. We got plenty of money. And then just make Battle Masters for the Horde bonus. Because why not?
What is it?
Oh, she's hacking in! Get it, Black Lotus. And we'll get these other 2. At this point, we don't really need the money. This has gone on long enough that it's not really a concern. I don't think we really have to worry about these garrison buildings. I mostly just want to roll through here and make sure that we're not going to have to worry about the mines that we know are just sort of everywhere. So let's move up with a separate group and start clearing out this area. We can artillery strike here. And carpet bomb is up as well. So I don't even know if that's where we want to use it. I think we carpet bomb right here. And we cut across with these units to try to get rid of this site.
I'm listening. They're building the cathedral.
For the honor of China!
Unit lost.
Okay, that worked. Oh, don't. Be careful. We really got to be careful with these barrels. Barrels. There we go. Again, because my units don't attack them. Like, they're looking at them, but they don't always attack them. So that's pretty rough. Because, again, like, I'm sitting right next to them. They don't attack them, even though I can see them. So that becomes a problem. I'm going to attack up here. So you have to be very diligent. Like, frighteningly diligent. Don't let them rebuild. So the fact that they can rebuild, the fact that they have these demolition things like traps that can destroy tanks, as we've seen. They like destroyed it destroyed one of my flame tanks like immediately. So you have to just play very carefully. It's very tedious, and I guess it captures sort of a guerrilla warfare type element to it. And I understand that's kind of the point of the GLA, but again, if it's tedious like this, I don't know really how I feel about that. It's still a game. It shouldn't feel like sort of annoying to play, but I don't know. It's an interesting concept. It's the nicest thing I can say. Ah, destroy this thing before it gets close to our base. I do like these Overlord tanks. They're really fun. They're super unwieldy, but they're really fun to use because you just roll in.
One target remaining.
I can't really see what's over here. We can drop mines. Not that we have to, but again, you have to be very, very diligent and thorough as we push through these because of the demo traps and... Yeah, I mean, for a variety of different reasons. The Gatlin turrets should protect us from the suicide bombers, which definitely do. I mean, we already lost an Overlord tank to those bombers, so... I don't know. I like that there's a lot of different options. I like that we can do a lot of different things. We can use them in tandem. We're sort of at a point now where our MiGs are kind of useless because, again, the Stinger sites are everywhere, and it doesn't seem like they're sending... It doesn't seem like they're really sending much else at us. I guess we could just keep carpet bombing where they've got things garrisoned. That was a waste. What's over here? Just more garrison buildings. So I think the carpet bombing is kind of implied like, hey, use this to clear out garrisoned buildings. But we have flame tanks for that. We know that that works. And as long as you don't get taken off guard by these...
Unit lost.
You don't get taken off guard by these asshole barrels. This isn't too bad. Let's keep rolling. And then meanwhile, we should just keep building. So let's just we also have this nuke cannon. Let's move it up. Let's move it up here, and we can use it to start sieging down the last area there in the upper left. More Overlord tanks, and I guess now we just start slamming out red guards because why not? Like, what else are we doing? So we can move these way up here. Don't let them rebuild, please. Someone sent me a link with it was very nice of them. They sent me a link of all the like hidden hotkeys. And I don't think they're hidden. It's more that there was a manual that came with this game when it came out, and now like I don't have that when playing now. Because for a while I'm like, why is there so much stuff that is not intuitive this game? Nothing is explained, and this I think it's because it was in a whoops, a little too close there. This was created in an area where you were expected to read the manual to learn kind of the tips and tricks. So it's like, it's interesting how different things are now based on that. No carpet bombing up, no artillery up. Don't let them rebuild it. Okay, they're not.
Unit lost.
I'm losing units and I'm not sure where. We've got two of these guys. That's exciting. Why don't we just start clearing out these garrison buildings with them? See, again, we got multiple ways to clear out garrison buildings. And the GLA, it seems like the GLA is kind of focused around very hard counters. I mean, the game itself is focused on hard, like super hard counters, so I don't know how I feel about that. But, I don't know. Line of sight, the pathing is really, really poor. Destroy the barrels. Seems like it destroys the buildings, too. Okay, let's keep rolling. We got our little nuke launchers, or whatever they're called. And we're moving up into the last...
Has no honor. There are more of them hiding in the mountains to the northwest.
Okay. I'm just gonna auto attack with the nuke launchers because I assume they'll siege themselves up, which is it's a blessing and a curse because you can't automatically tell them when to do that. Don't roll into the barrels! My God, yeah, just the AI is just so stupid. It's a little frustrating. This is again what I'm saying. Like maybe I don't understand the proper way to control the units, or maybe it's just designed a little poorly. And I think part of it is like if you have to ask the question at all, then there's some sort of design flaw there somewhere. Please kill these guys. Please, please. Okay. then there's some sort of design flaw there. We got to make sure that we keep our propaganda overlords alive, though. They have bunkers that are stocked with tank hunters. That's pretty tough. All right, you guys get rid of these. The barrels kind of seem like the key mechanic of this mission. I would think the carpet bombing was, but not really. It's honestly the barrels. Okay, let's bring in another carpet bomb right there. We got to get rid of these garrison buildings that have rocket troops in them. Come on.
Lost.
I think we lost one of these. Not a big deal, but we did. Let's see, have them destroy the. Well, it dropped a lot of its payload. That's good enough for me. It's just the stinger sights. This will start pecking away at the stinger. Oh, is that like a line of sight issue? I think so. Please? It's a really slow, really slow firing. Protect it. Red Guard, your job is simply to protect this. Attack here. We got to get rid of like these little bunker type areas. Slow and steady and tedious. This is really fun, I will say, but it does feel tedious without a doubt. It looks like they did manage to. Oh no, he's right here. I thought we lost this. Go ahead and hit this building. Oh, it's line of sight. Get up and we got to hit this this bunker. Maybe we can call our MiGs in as well. I don't know. It's pretty far across the map for them to go. Probably going to lose an Overlord because, again, the static defense, it goes both ways. Like, the enemy's static defense is really strong, and so is ours. So there's two ways to look at that. We got units everywhere. I could use that all units command. I try to not be in the habit of doing that, but that might be it. Might be it. Looks like another, I guess, clear out these defensive emplacements.
Unit lost.
Maybe the GLA, just looking at what that building is, maybe the GLA has the ability to route units around the map via those tunnels. Because that was just like a little tunnel with a turret on top of it. So I don't know. Is this their main structure? Command center. I guess we could bring Black Lotus up here to take the buildings. I don't know. There we go. And we're just clearing them out. Mini nuke launcher, no! Well, he did his best for us. This might be it. Something else down here. I'm hovering over this. I'm trying to see what it is, but we destroyed it very quickly. Yeah, these Overlord tanks are really fun to use, and I like how they cheer for us. I like how that with the Overlord tanks, you can put those defensive emplacements on top. All right. Not bad. I think, again, I'm trying to use all the tools at my disposal. You are victorious! Trying to use all the tools at my disposal, but again, it's kind of that same situation where I'm always kind of second-guessing if I'm doing it correctly, because if I'm not, I'd like to... I want to be able to play in a way that's satisfying. And I think this mission went okay. It's a longer one, but it's just tedious. You have to right-click every individual barrel. People were saying, oh, Command & Conquer is less of a micro game. But I kind of disagree. You have to use the flame tanks to clear out garrison buildings, or you can use Overlord tanks, or you can use the carpet bombing or artillery strikes. All of that requires individual clicks. You can't just make a giant army, rally them, and A-click. Because A-clicked units are extremely stupid, as I've learned in this game. You have to actually be pretty diligent, especially against the GLA, which is a faction that seems to be reliant on, haha, gotcha, and they blow up a bunch of tanks at once or something. So, I don't know. I guess we'll also find out once we get to play as them. But the game design in general, the fact that I am constantly having to question them, question whether the mechanics are weird or I'm just a bad player, again, does reflect on the design itself, in the sense that it shouldn't be like that. No game really should be. But at the same time, that's what causes this game to show its age as well. Because older games are also like that. And if you didn't read the manual, then you just didn't know this stuff, I suppose. And this was, 2003, I think? So that's a while ago. That was around when the original Warcraft 3 came out, though. So, I don't know. I would go so far as to say this game certainly ain't no Warcraft 3. But for the people that have never played Warcraft 3... trying to get a sense on, like, maybe that's just my nostalgia talking. What is the difference between this game and Warcraft 3. I just don't think that this game was nearly as intuitively designed, but it's still fun. Again, it gets tedious at times, though. Okay, enough of the ramble. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you maybe gleaned some insight there, and I will see everyone next time. Bye now.